Well, we live in a state where your self-defense rights are under attack. Let us be your voice and help defend and restore the Second Amendment. Help spread the word about the fight, and there's 2 easy things you can do. 1, listen and subscribe to the show on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, the podcast, or whatever way you like listening to our show. 2, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps boost the show and puts it in front of a lot more people. All right, we're going to stump Michael's nephew with...
All right, man. So our most popular segment, Stump My Nephew. If you write in and send us a question to ask my nephew, Sam the Gunman, and we use it on the air, we'll give you a hat or a T-shirt. If you stump my nephew, which rarely happens, then we'll give you a lifetime of training from Front Sight. So, Sam, you there?
Yeah, how are you guys?
Fantastic. Jackson, how you doing?
Good.
You ready to read him the question?
So much ready.
So much ready. Oh, man. You're in trouble this week. All right, go for it.
Steve from Mission Viejo asks, what is a lunchbox gun?
Steve from Mission Viejo was that? Thanks for writing in. Now, lunchbox gun isn't a term I'm immediately familiar with, but I want to say it is a firearm which is concealable, not necessarily on the body, maybe just a little too large to carry comfortably on the body, but plenty small enough for off-the-body carry in something like a laptop bag or a purse or a lunchbox. Is that correct?
Unfortunately, that is not correct. A lunchbox gun is made up of parts pulled from the manufacturing process prior to receiving any markings, including the serial number. These guns were often assembled by factory employees using parts that happened to find their way home with them in their lunchboxes.
I see.
And we don't expect you to know illegal situations, so I'm going to just preface that question with that.
Yeah,
Sam.
I'd never heard of that. Steve from Mission Viejo, I'd never heard of a lunchbox gun. Good question,
Haven't
though.
you heard about the guy that keeps going through the construction site with a wheelbarrow full of sand? And they go through all the sand, they dump it out, and they put the sand back in, and he leaves. Does it for like 3 months. Turns out he was stealing wheelbarrows. Think about it.
No.
Well, because everybody thought
though.
he was hiding stuff in the sand.
In the sand.
Yeah.
Well, it's I'd never heard of that. I don't even know what. I don't know if that's like an old question. I'm not sure. I wonder what the context is there. What do you think?
I would think that's probably a little bit of an older thing. I would guess that a modern production facility keeps a little better track of its parts. It reminds me of an old joke from some Eastern Bloc country that a woman was working in a factory making sewing machines, and she wanted a sewing machine for herself. So every day she took home a different part, and when she finally had them all and put them together, she ended up with a rifle.
Exactly.
A lot of these factories made all sorts of different things, including arms.
You know, we another Magnum episode that's coming up that we haven't talked about is we interviewed the guy who runs Guns N' Moses, the shooting club that we help out with for San Diego, for the folks in the Jewish community in San Diego. And we interviewed him mainly on the fact that he grew up in the Soviet Union, lived there till he was he moved there. I think he moved when he was like 11, something like that. But he had enough information, enough experience to paint a picture of what it was like living in the Soviet Union, and even worse, being Jewish and living in the Soviet Union in the 80s. It's pretty crazy.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so that's coming up, everybody. So, all right, you didn't get that one. I got to tell you, that was a tough question. I can't really, I can't blame you for not getting it. I've never heard that. I've never heard the reference, but there's a lot of things I've never heard of. So, I don't know. I guess that.
You know, I had an uncle who was a longshoreman in Philly, and it wasn't really the lunchbox concept, but he had a garage full of stuff that found its way home to his garage.
If it fits in the lunchbox. That's why they start looking at lunchboxes.
And he wasn't limited to guns.
So listening on YouTube right now, Tom Swan says, it reminds me of the Johnny Cash song, one piece at a time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Thanks for
That's the
listening.
one where he builds the car from one from every model year.
Right.
Yeah. Come to think of it, that kind of thing, not necessarily with firearms, hopefully, but with other equipment, has been known to happen at some scale in the military. They call it tactically acquiring something, or they say like it fell off a truck. That's kind of the in-joke for, why do you have 11 M4 magazines? It fell off a truck.
Well, see, that's why they have, as you mentioned earlier in the conversation, that, businesses scrutinize their inventory because of lunchbox guns and other situations, and where people took advantage of that situation until management realized that they better tighten up on inventory, otherwise they're going to lose everything.
Yeah.
Rules are all started by old guys, let me tell you.
How do you know the Johnny Cash song, actually, now that I think about it? Why do you know that reference?
Cultural osmosis. I'm not that old.
All right, my friend. Awesome job. Thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate your expertise and weighing in on this.
For having me on. Really tough question. Sorry I didn't get it this time.
Yeah. Well, Steve from Mission Viejo, you get yourself a front sight membership, which is a lifetime supply of pistol, rifle, and shotgun training. How about that?
How cool is that?
Plus, he gets a shirt or a hat or whatever he wants.
All right.
All right, cool.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.